What's up, guys? So, what we have today is the Blackhawk Titan Hydration Pack. Now, this pack featured on the channel earlier on, but I had to get rid of it just because it had a busted zipper, and I really didn't like that. Also, had a broken sternum strap, which was repairable, but the zipper wasn't. So, yeah, it had to go. And I paid a considerable amount of money. I remember it was around 60 euros plus shipping, so 67 euros. Plus, it cost me to ship it back. So, you know, real pain. And, I really hate it when stuff like that happens. But, what can I say? I kind of gave up on that pack. I thought, whatever. There's just the kind of going rate is around 100 euros for this pack, more or less depending on the features, and the quality, and the condition. So I just gave up on that pack. I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna buy it. After all, I have a Camelback Motherload, old generation, which is pretty much the same kind of pack. It's the same design, but on a slightly smaller scale. Now, this pack is a 45-liter pack, and compared to the Camelback Motherload, as you can see, it's the Camelback Motherload is a 37-liter pack, but now with all the pouches, it's probably closer to, maybe a 43 or 42 or something, I don't know, liter pack. But this, I'm guessing, the 45 liters includes the side pouches, does not include this pouch. This is a pouch that I've added in sandstone color, and this pouch is by 511, whereas the pack is in coyote brown or tan. I'm not really sure. It's something in between, really. Probably more like a dark tan color rather than a coyote brown, but on camera it looks like a coyote brown. But yeah, it's just more of a tan color, I would say. But yeah, the beauty is that this pack cost me 20 euros plus shipping 27. So when I saw that, I was like, wow, what a deal. I purchased it right away. And the beauty of it is that not only it is in excellent condition, it also has a brand new integrated water reservoir. There you go, completely new and unused. I wouldn't use this feature anyway, just because I'm more of a canteen or water bottle kind of guy. But it's always nice to have the original features. And most importantly, what I was looking for all along when I was looking for this pack is that it features the waist belt, which is an essential piece of gear for a pack this size, 45 liters, with the capacity to expand it, via PALS webbing and MOLLE-compatible pouches. And the pack came with these pouches. So one pouch has got the top flap, and that fits a canteen perfectly. And the other pouch is a utility pouch with a zipper, which also fits a canteen perfectly. But I decided to add two more pouches here by Paraclete. These are in coyote brown, but it's kind of like a light shade of coyote brown, which matches pretty closely the tan on the pack. And that should house another canteen here and another canteen here. So that's basically, I mean, all I did to pimp this pack out, is add these two pouches on the waist belt, and this extra really long pouch here at the back, which is kind of redundant. I was actually contemplating just leaving it as it is. It doesn't really need an extra pouch. I mean, this thing is massive as it is. But it's potentially an extra bit of space that I can use. Say for like winter gear, this would be perfect for a winter hike, just because I could store extra boots or an extra puffy jacket in there, something really bulky, gloves, snowboarding gloves that are quite bulky could fit in here really well. So I figured whatever, I have the pouch, use it, see what it's like. Anyway, worst case scenario, I can always scrap it. Or, I could use it as a canteen holder, have that same design where one canteen is at the back here. But it's kind of like wasted space. One canteen is, comes up to about here. And, it's just unnecessarily large. So, whatever, I figured for the time being, I'll slap it on there and see what it's like. But yeah, I mean, guys, the condition of this pack is amazing. It's obviously used. It's a little bit dirty, but there is no flaw anywhere except for, if I'm not mistaken, this. This is the only flaw that I saw in the entire pack. Just a little bit of the mesh has frayed in a certain bit, but the fact, I mean, this mesh, guys, is a really super rugged mesh. It's not the kind that would scratch up very easily. And as you can see behind that, there's the like nylon threads and such. So yeah, this stuff is actually pretty rugged, I have to say, and resistant to abrasion. So again, other than this little flaw, guys, the pack is in excellent shape. So when I saw that, for 20 euros with the waist belt, I thought, wow, that's a deal right there. I mean, the pouches by Paraclete cost me more than this whole pack. All the pouches, in fact, pimping this pack out cost me more than the entire pack. So that was amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, really good value for money. Even if I were to strip it down for the pouches and eventually sell it, I'm fairly certain I could make a profit off of this. But yeah, just let's get into the features quickly. Oh, and I forgot to mention the last thing that I did to pimp this pack out is include a pack cover, a double-sided pack cover, which is really nice, French Army. On the one side, it's OD, and on the inside, it's Coyote Brown. So, yeah, that works really nicely on this pack cover. It's just a bit quite versatile like that. And, yeah, really nice material, really thick. And, yeah, it's pretty good, guys. But other than that, the pack features this inner compartment here. Another zippered, really long pouch down here, which is considerably larger than the pouch that I have, say, on my Camelback. That one is there by Fly Industries, which is, been weaved on via the Molly straps. So yeah, this could definitely fit like a lot more than that, basically. This entire pack is just the same design, but on a larger scale, basically. And in a really nice tan color. So what can I say? Can't go wrong. For 20 euros, I mean, that's a ridiculously good value, guys. So yeah, it has these dividers, organizers, etc., sleeves, zippered sleeves, etc., more sleeves. And then the main chamber. And oh yeah, the only other issue, I wouldn't even call it an issue. There's just a green stain on the inside, but it's on the inside, so who really cares? And as I mentioned, other than that little scratch on the waist belt, the pack is in excellent condition, guys. So what a good deal. What a good deal is all I can say. Love the burly grab handle on this, with the reinforced rubber casing, rubber tube or whatever this is. It's really nice. And beefy shoulder pads. Really love them. I really love them, man. What can I say, guys? I guess this is just another look at this pack that, featured early on the channel. But, yeah, I scrapped it because it was in pretty bad shape, and I definitely overpaid for it. But this time around, when I saw it, for that price and the fact that I had the waist belt too, I was like, grab it right away. Didn't even think twice on that. And yeah, I'm really glad I did. Ultimately, also for the mother load cost me $42, including shipping, just the pack. And in both cases, the pouches is really where most of the expense went into pimping the pack out, accessorizing it with the MOLLE compatible pouches, simply for functionality. It's I the thing is, on the mother load, I'm effectively only able to carry 3 canteens externally, so that kind of limits my options, in terms of, it has to be a summer loadout with a hike that isn't terribly long, because otherwise I would probably want a minimum of 3, but probably at least 4 canteens is what I usually like to run on on an average hike. Simply because I go through anywhere from 1 to 3 canteens, so I want to have at least an extra one just for peace of mind. To have surplus water, because you can't go anywhere without water. So yeah, guys. But in this case, I figured, what? Use the waist belt. Just simply use the waist belt. It might be, it's definitely gonna weigh this thing down a bit, but once I strap it on, it shouldn't be a problem. And having, the accessibility of having the water bottle right on my side, as opposed to having to take the pack off, like in the case of the Camelback Motherlode, is always nice. It's a nice feature to be able to just keep on hiking and just simply drink on the go. But other than that, guys, I mean, the pack, wow, it's such a nice pack. The Cordura is really nice, guys. Really nice quality. Overall, I have to say this is a pack that I had my eye on for a while. But the thing is, as I mentioned, the going rate is around 100 euros, and I was definitely looking for a deal, simply because I was gonna accessorize it anyway. It was gonna happen inevitably. Whenever I see pals webbing, I'm just like, okay, what kind of pouch should go there, kind of thing, and how to maximize its potential and its functionality, obviously. So in this case, yeah, as I mentioned, the pouches cost me more than the pack itself, but they look pretty good. They match pretty nicely. It doesn't look like they're out of place. And yeah, should I feel that they're a little bit, too heavy for the waist belt, I can always just take them off. And the waist belt itself is removable entirely, should one choose to do so. I wouldn't, just because I like to keep the waist belt on, and that's precisely why I chose this pack, simply because it had a waist belt. A lot of these packs that I've been seeing floating around come without a waist belt, the used ones, and that's a real shame. Just because for a pack this size, you really need to um, transfer the load to your hips. Um, so yeah, guys, what can I say? I think this is getting a bit of a lengthy video now, but yeah, I guess a second look at the Blackhawk Titan Hydration Pack, and fully pimped out, you know. And what can I say? I'm keen to try this, especially for, as I mentioned, like a winter loadout. There is also one version, guys, that I've seen online where it has PALS webbing on the sides all the way up to here, and yet another pouch on each side up here, which is a cool variation as well. That one costs a little bit more, though, actually considerably more. Um, at least the ones that I've seen online. But this was way cheaper, so I figured why not? I can just throw the pouches on the sides there and one at the back, and should I need to put more canteens, which is what I use these utility pouches for anyway. But yeah, I don't mind having the grab handle version of this pack here, uh, just because for 20 euros, guys, what a deal! What a deal! That's all I can say. Super happy about this, and now I can finally add that to the collection too of really really nice packs. Tactical style packs that have that kind of design. Um, that I've kind of grown to really like. I have to say, I wasn't a fan of this design at first. Same with the Camelback Motherload, but the more I looked at it, the more I thought, actually, I'm starting to like that design. It's quite versatile and just nice, I guess. What can I say, guys? Enough of me rambling. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, this look at the Titan Hydration Pack. Because admittedly, the first video that I made on this, I was just pretty bummed out actually on the overall condition of the pack. So it was a pretty short episode, and that was that. It was mainly showcasing the flaws, but the praises. I have to say, man, this pack is you know it just looks incredibly good, and the quality of the materials is second to none. So yeah, I'm really glad I got this one for cheap. That's all I can say. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for deals, guys. Because that's at least in my case, how I like to purchase. And as I mentioned, if your plan like mine is to then pimp the packs out, with MOLLE compatible pouches, then that's gonna incur further costs. So you always just have to keep that in mind, and you know try to make purchases that are the most cost effective, and good value for money. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one.